Welcome to Learning Management System, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. Today in this session 38, I am going to discuss about amplifiers and oscillators of Unit 5 chapter of Analog Electronics subject. Before going to session 38, let me have a summary on previous session. In the previous session, we discussed about amplifier, definition of amplifier and classification of amplifier. So now let me see what is this amplifier now. Amplifier is an electronic device that increases the strength of weak signal applied to it. Now let me see the faithful amplification. The process of increasing the strength of weak signal without any change in its shape is called as faithful amplification. Now let me move on to classification of amplifier. So amplifier is classified, the first one, based on transistor configuration. Based on transistor configuration, it is classified as Based on transistor configuration, it is classified as common emitter amplifier, common base amplifier, and common collector amplifier. The second one, based on frequency range, it is again classified as audio frequency amplifier, radio frequency amplifier, intermediate frequency amplifier. The third classification is based on output. It is classified as voltage amplifier and power amplifier. Power amplifier again classified as class A amplifier, class B amplifier and class C amplifier. All these things we discussed in the previous session. Also, we have discussed about transistor in CE amplifier with biasing and working of class A, class B and class C amplifier. Along with this, the working of push-pull amplifier also discussed in the previous session. And two-stage RC coupled amplifier is also discussed in the previous session. In this session, that is session 38, I am going to discuss about feedback. That is the definition of feedback, types of feedback and applications of feedback. So now let me see the definition of feedback now. The process of injecting fraction of output energy back to the input is called as a feedback circuit. That is, we are injecting a fraction of output energy back to the input is called as a feedback. The next is the feedback amplifier. In this feedback amplifier circuit, in which a fraction of amplifier output is fed back to the input circuit. Here, the noise level in amplifier can be reduced. So in this diagram, you can see one amplifier and one feedback network. So this is an amplifier. The output of the amplifier is fed back through this feedback network as an input. See, again it is fed back to the input so that the noise level of the amplifier can be reduced. Next, types of feedback. There are two types of feedback. One is positive feedback. The other one is negative feedback. Next, I'll move on to positive feedback, where the feedback energy, either the voltage or current, is in phase with input signal, which increases the input, is called as positive feedback. Here, both the amplifier and feedback network introduces a phase shift of 180° each. So therefore, total phase shift is 360°. The result is The feedback voltage Vf and the input voltage Vin are in phase. So, signal level increases in case of a positive feedback network. See, in the circuit, there is an amplifier and a feedback network. This amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift. Feedback network introduces 180-degree phase shift. The amplifier output is out of phase, 180-degree out of phase with the input. The same thing is fed back to the feedback circuit. This feedback circuit introduces 180-degree phase shift. So I'll get the output in this way, that is Vf. The Vf and the input Vin both are in phase, so that the total input get increases here, so that the signal level increases in case of a positive feedback. Next, the advantages of positive feedback network. The gain of the amplifier is increased in case of a positive feedback network. This is the advantage. Coming to the disadvantage, positive feedback circuit causes increased distortion and instability because a small noise in the input signal can produce a large noise at the output signal due to transistor amplifying action. This is the disadvantage in case of a positive feedback circuit. Coming to the application of positive feedback, the positive feedback circuit is used in oscillators. Next, I'll move on to next type of feedback circuit, that is negative feedback. When the feedback energy, that is voltage or current, is out of phase with the input signal, then it is called as a negative feedback. Here, amplifier introduces a phase shift of 180-degree, while the feedback circuit introduces 0-degree phase shift. The result is the feedback voltage Vf is 180-degree out of phase with input Vin, so that it decreases the input. In this negative feedback circuit, the amplifier circuit introduces 180 degrees phase shift. Whatever the input applying, it is Vin. Amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift. So we'll get the output in this way, Vout. So this output is fed back to the feedback network. This feedback circuit introduces 0-degree phase shift. So this Vf is the output of the feedback circuit. This Vin and Vf both are out of phase, so that there is a decrease in the input to the amplifier. Advantages of negative feedback circuit. The first one is the stability in gain. The second is bandwidth increases. It reduces the distortion. It improves impedance of input and output. The disadvantage of negative feedback circuit is this reduces the gain of the amplifier. Next, coming to the application of a negative feedback circuit, it is used in amplifiers. Now let me have a revision on today's session. The first question is, the process of getting fraction of output energy back to the input is known as dash. Option given are A, feedback, B, rectifier, C, amplifier, D, none of the above. The answer for the first question is option A, feedback. The process of getting fraction of output energy back to the input is known as a feedback. Coming to the second question, a feedback circuit usually employs dash network. Option given are option A, resistive, B, capacitive, C, inductive, D, none of the above. The answer for the second question is option A, resistive. The feedback circuit usually employs a resistive network. Next, the third question. When negative voltage feedback is applied to the amplifier, its voltage gain dash. The option given for third question is option A is increased, B is reduced, C remains the same, D none of the above. The answer for the third question is option B is reduced. When negative voltage feedback is applied to an amplifier, its voltage gain will be reduced. Next, moving on to fourth question. Negative feedback is employed in dash. Option given are A. Oscillator, B. Rectifiers, C. Amplifiers, D. None of the above. The answer for the fourth question is option C. Amplifier. The negative feedback circuit is usually used in the amplifiers. Next, coming to the fifth question. Positive feedback is employed in dash. Option given are option A oscillator, B rectifier, C amplifiers, D none of the above. The answer for the fifth question is oscillator. Positive feedback network is employed in oscillators. Moving on to sixth question. With negative feedback, the returning signal is dash. Option given are A. Aids the input signal. B. Opposes the input signal. C. Is proportional to output current. Option D. Is proportional to differential voltage gain. Answer for the sixth question is option B. Opposes the input signal. When with negative feedback, the returning signal always opposes the input signal. Next question is, that is question number 7. Negative feedback in amplifier. Option A increases the gain stability. Option B decreases distortion and noise level. Option C increases input impedance and decreases output impedance. Option D all of this. The answer for the seventh question is option D, all of this. In a negative feedback amplifier, it increases the gain stability, distortion is decreased, noise level is also decreased, it increases the input impedance and decreases the output impedance. So the answer for the seventh question is all of this. The next question is, this question number 8. In amplifiers, the feedback is negative if option A given as the voltage feedback fed back to the input increases the effective input signal. Option B, the voltage fed back to the input is in phase with the input. Option C, the voltage fed back to the input decreases the output. Option D, the voltage fed back to the input increases the output. The answer for the eighth question is option C, the voltage fed back to the input decreases the output. In case of a negative feedback, the voltage fed back to the input decreases the output. Next, question number 9. In amplifier, the feedback is positive if option A given as the input of the amplifier is ahead of voltage fed back by a phase angle of pi by 4. Option B, the input of amplifier is ahead of voltage fed back by a phase difference of pi by 2. Option C, the voltage fed back to the input circuit is in phase with the signal voltage. Option D, the output of the amplifier is exactly out of phase with the voltage fed back to the input. The answer for the ninth question is option C. The voltage fed back to the input circuit is in phase with the signal voltage. In a positive feedback circuit, the voltage fed back to the input circuit is in phase with the signal voltage. Next, the 10th question. Overall performance of an amplifier circuit can be improved by option given are using negative feedback, option B using positive feedback, option C increasing the input signal, option D removing the feedback. The answer for the 10th question is option A using negative feedback. The performance of an amplifier can be improved by using the negative feedback. Thank you.